This is Optimal Health Daily, episode 2267, Muscular Hypertrophy and Your Workout by Jane Chertoff with Healthline.com. And I'm Dr. Neil, your host, reading to you every single day of the week, including weekends and holidays. And now we're going to jump right into today's post as we optimize your life. Muscular Hypertrophy and Your Workout by Jane Chertoff with Healthline.com. Hypertrophy is an increase in growth of muscle cells. It refers to an increase in muscular size achieved through exercise. When you work out, if you want to tone or improve muscle definition, lifting weights is the most common way to increase hypertrophy. What is muscular hypertrophy? There are two types of muscular hypertrophy: myofibrillar, which refers to growth of muscle contraction parts, and sarcoplasmic, which refers to increased muscle glycogen storage. Which type to focus on depends on your fitness goals. Myofibrillar training will help with strength and speed. Sarcoplasmic growth helps give your body more sustained energy for endurance athletic events. When weightlifting, you can perform many repetitions at a lower weight or lift a heavy weight for fewer repetitions. The way you lift will determine the way your muscles grow and change. For example, you can develop muscle tone with a lighter weight, but it will require a higher number of repetitions to improve efficiency of muscle fibers. Unless you perform a number of repetitions to the point of fatigue, with this workout style you won't see a lot of muscle definition. On the other hand, using a heavy weight is an effective way to stimulate growth and definition in muscle fibers. It's also a more efficient way to work out if you're short on time. How to build muscle and increase muscle size. To build muscle through weightlifting, you need to have both mechanical damage and metabolic fatigue. When you lift a heavy weight, the contractile proteins in the muscles must generate force to overturn the resistance provided by the weight. In turn, this can result in structural damage to the muscles. Mechanical damage to muscle proteins stimulates a repair response in the body. The damaged fibers and muscle proteins result in an increase in muscle size. Mechanical fatigue occurs when the muscle fibers exhaust the available supply of ATP, an energy component that helps your muscles contract. As a result of that exhaustion, they aren't able to continue fueling muscular contractions or can no longer lift the weight properly. This can also lead to muscle gain. Both mechanical damage and metabolic fatigue are important for achieving muscular hypertrophy. You don't necessarily need to work your muscles to the point of what's called failure, meaning you're unable to follow through a repetition to get the results you want. One study from 2010 found that for maximum gains, there needs to be significant metabolic stress on the muscles, plus a moderate degree of muscle tension. Researchers found exercises that involve shortening or concentric movements at fast to moderate speeds for 1 to 3 seconds and elongating or eccentric at slower speeds, 2 to 4 seconds, are highly effective. One example of a concentric movement is raising the weight during a bicep curl to your shoulder. The return to the starting position would be eccentric. How often to lift to achieve muscular hypertrophy? How often you need to exercise to achieve muscular hypertrophy depends on your goals. You could try one of these weightlifting schedules. 1. Lifting, especially heavy weights, 3 days a week. This allows you a day in between sessions to let your muscles recover. Recovery is essential for muscle growth. 2. Lifting just 2 days a week, depending on your current fitness level. Or 3. Alternating between upper body lifting and lower body lifting on different days. This allows you to work different muscles while allowing time for rest and recovery. Tips to make the most of your workout. 1. Use a repetitions or reps and rest cycle. Research shows that weightlifters should aim for 6 to 12 repetitions per set. Allow 60 to 90 seconds between sets for rest. This will help achieve hypertrophy because your muscles will be fatigued. 2. Lift enough weight. Don't lift a weight that's too light, as that won't allow you to see the same gain of definition. 3. Vary your exercises or activities. This will help you fire up different or multiple muscle fibers in the same movement or circuit. And 4, consider working with a trainer. A certified trainer can help you create a weightlifting program to meet your goals. Remember, your muscles can adapt quickly to exercise. It's important to continuously challenge your muscles in order to continue to see growth and increase definition. To stay safe, never increase the amount of weight you're lifting too quickly. Instead, aim for a gradual increase each week. Myostatin-related muscular hypertrophy. Muscular hypertrophy can be achieved through exercise. There's also a medical condition called myostatin-related muscular hypertrophy. This is a rare genetic condition. Individuals living with this condition experience reduced body fat and increased muscular size. It is a non-debilitating condition, and most people who have it don't typically experience any medical complications. It's caused by mutations in the MSTN gene. The most common symptoms are a low amount of body fat and increased muscular strength. Body fat can be measured with an ultrasound or with skin fold calipers. The easiest way to diagnose the condition is with clinical genetic testing, but this is usually only available on a limited basis. Let your doctor know your symptoms and if you're interested in getting genetic testing. The takeaway: muscular hypertrophy can be achieved through weightlifting, but you need to continuously break down and challenge muscles in order to see growth. A protein-rich diet is also important for muscle growth. Focus on lean protein sources like plant-based proteins, lean meat, chicken, and fish. Try to eat a protein-rich source within 30 minutes after a workout. Before starting a new exercise routine, see your doctor. They will be able to determine if heavy lifting is safe for you. You just listened to the post titled Muscular Hypertrophy and Your Workout by Jane Chertoff with Healthline.com. Good news, business owners. Hiring game-changing employees just got way easier thanks to Indeed. Indeed is the hiring platform helping over 3 million businesses do it all. Attract, interview, and hire all in one place. Don't spend hours on multiple job sites looking for candidates. With Indeed's Instant Match feature, over 80% of Indeed employers find quality candidates the moment they sponsor a job. I especially love that if you invite these or any candidates of your choosing to apply, they are 3 times more likely to apply to your job than candidates who only see it in search. Start hiring now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/health. Offer good for a limited time. Claim your $75 credit now at Indeed.com/health. Just go to Indeed.com/health and support the show by saying you heard about it on this podcast. Indeed.com/health. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. ¿Estás disfrutando de mi podcast? Thanks to Babbel, I know what that means. Do you? You don't have to pay hundreds for a tutor or waste your time with language apps that are little more than games. Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are designed by over 150 language experts to help you speak a new language in as little as 3 weeks. Babbel is designed by real people for real conversations, filled with language learning tools that are approachable, accessible, rooted in real-life situations, and delivered with conversation-based teaching. And that's what puts Babbel ahead of the rest for me. It teaches you a lot of the lingo that you won't necessarily learn in school, but instead would learn only by speaking with locals. Here's a special, limited-time deal for our listeners to get you started right now. Get 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at Babbel.com/OHD. Get 55% off at Babbel.com/OHD. Spelled BABBEL.com/OHD. Rules and restrictions may apply. Dr. Neil here for my commentary. I love nerding out on human physiology concepts like these: MSTN genes, ATP, myofibrillar and sarcoplasmic. Don't you love nerding out on this stuff too? No? Just me? Anywho, I want to talk a bit more about the idea of when to eat protein-rich foods to maximize your muscle gains. I mean, you're doing all that hard work, why not maximize it through nutrition? Today's author, Jane, mentioned eating some protein within 30 minutes after a workout. Many studies have shown that this is a great time to prioritize getting that protein in. This is because those first 30 minutes after a workout may be the time that the body will be more likely to send the protein we eat to help repair the damage that happened to them when we were weightlifting, instead of, say, sending that protein somewhere else, like storing it as fat. And if we want to help make sure that the protein we eat is absorbed properly, have some carbohydrate with it. Carbohydrates help the body absorb proteins more efficiently. And finally, let's say that it's simply not possible to eat carbs and protein within 30 minutes of finishing your weightlifting workout. Don't stress. Some studies have also found that if you can just be sure to get enough protein and carbs in your diet throughout the day, your body will still use those fuels to help repair and grow your muscles. All right, that'll do it for another edition of Optimal Health Daily. Thank you so much for being here every day, and thank you for sharing this show with someone. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and be sure to tune in again tomorrow for the usual Friday Q&A, where your optimal life awaits.